Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl, My Desire. We are back, and I have my guest here with me, Shima. How are you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm good. And yes, we look alike. We are sisters. Can't you tell? We're back, Big O Bell Media, with another review, and this time we are doing a spoiler review of the first four episodes of The Circle. Now, I'm a huge fan of this show. It's very entertaining, and there are a lot of new characters this season. Now, we do know that this season is singles only, and for some weird reason, it doesn't quite seem like they know that this is a circle for singles only, but maybe that was left out. What do you think so far?
Yeah, you know what? That is true because I forgot that it was for singles only. And now that you mention it, I'm like, what? No, didn't they have some people on there that were like,
Yes, in relationships.
yeah, in relationships or like, I don't know if I just assumed the older guy was in relationship. What was his name again?
That is
The one that was pretending to be,
Brian, I believe.
yeah, Brian. So I don't know if I just assumed that he was in a relationship. Do you remember?
Mhm. No, I don't really remember, to be quite honest. So let's go down the list. We have Xanthia, um, who is 25, Brittany, who is not Brittany, who's being played by Brittany's dad, Brian, who's 27, Brett, who's 28, Raven, 26, who's also from Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. Marvin, who is 27, Sam, who is 34, Chaz, who is 28, Bruno, 25, and Tom, 36. So we have a bunch of 20 somethings, 30 somethings, and then we have, of course, Brittany's dad. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember how old he was, but we have quite the diverse bunch in these, like, in all these characters. Who is your favorite character so far?
Well, my favorite person so far is Raven. I
Mm-hmm.
love Raven. I'm a huge fan. Alert, alert, alert. We're gonna make sure we have the captions on here because I love the diversity. I love the inclusivity. Shout out to my Black American Sign Language people. Happy. I've learned so much from Raven already, and I'm just excited to see how far she takes it because I feel like she's gonna take it to the end. And so I'm excited. I was so happy to see her on there. Like I've taken some ASL classes like in my life, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge fan of hers. And also our aunt,
Yeah.
um, she is deaf as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it just brought me back to so many memories, and I love Raven. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. It's a tie for me, like, because I love Raven, like I love her energy, but I feel like her and Chaz are like like my favorites. Like I love Chaz's, like, he's very direct, but he's sincere and he's still compassionate in how he talks, and so he doesn't come off like an asshole or a jerk. But I love his personality, like that. It's just like very bubbly, and he's been like the only positive one. Well, not the only, but he's been like extremely positive throughout this entire um the first four episodes, essentially, you know what I mean, because there are a lot of jabs going around. We're going to dive into that in a little bit. So of course, now that the first four episodes have dropped, everybody knows what's going on, they know what's happening. And so we have who was it? It was Brett and Xanthia who got blocked, right? And the circle is shady every season. Every season is shady because it does something new. So this go round, when they had to do the ratings, it wasn't ratings. It was vote the person, tell us who the person you would vote for to block, right? And essentially, if you turned out to be an influencer, then your ass got blocked. And I'm sitting up here like, damn, it's a double blocking. Were you surprised that Brett and Xanthia got blocked first?
No, I wasn't surprised that they got blocked first, only because like there's so much diversity and personality on the cast. So it's kind of hard for them because they're gonna really have to have that personality shining through. And Xanthia was a model, and I know she wanted to play it down a bit so that people didn't really judge her based
She
on
came in as
her.
a preschool teacher.
Right, but she didn't
Hmm.
really show her personality, you know, like
Hmm.
maybe her actually coming in as a model might have actually did her some justice because she wasn't really showing her personality as much as I felt like she could have. But it is interesting that now they're together and they're playing the game together.
Jennifer's, yeah, and
Yeah,
Jennifer's profile. I mean, for
yeah.
me, Brett came off very. It was interesting how upset he got. Actually, like his farewell message that he left, like his fake farewell message, right? He was like,
Hmm.
and to those of you who voted me off, like you can't, like just um you guys are losers, basically, essentially. And so, but I don't think that he shared, like, again, he didn't share a lot about himself throughout the conversation. I think he kept it kind of surface, very fun like, but not like deep enough to, I guess, where people felt like he was going to add to the cast, essentially. But let's talk about some of our other catfish. So we have two catfishes, right? We have Brian, who's playing who is Brittany's dad, and then we have Billy, which is also, she's also a model, and she is playing as Bruno. So they're from the UK. A lot of people have their suspicions. Then we have Sam, who is from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. She's a Brooklyn girl, New Yorker all around. Like, you could just tell her personality. She just like pop, pop, pop out there. Did you have anybody that you didn't like, that you didn't like at all? Like somebody that just was like, like I want to be sad to see them go, kind of thing.
Um, it's weird because I don't really not like the person that's playing Bruno. I just more so have something against Bruno. Like, Bruno is, I can't tell what Bruno is. Bruno looks so orange. And I don't know if Bruno is like, what's Bruno giving? It's giving overly tanned, and he's supposed to be like a model or something like that. And so I don't know. He doesn't look real.
Hmm.
Like when people were saying like, oh, a lot of pictures look photoshopped and stuff like that. I thought they were gonna instantly like zoom into his, because he doesn't even look like a real person. Like those pictures look very fake. And what's interesting about this season is like, instead of you just getting a profile that says, oh, I'm not going in as Jennifer, I'm going in as Bruno or something like that, they actually showed the catfish talking,
Hmm.
which I felt like that was, I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit weird, but then it wasn't, because it's like, okay, well, you found the actual person, or they know the actual person, so they're bringing
Yeah.
them along.
Hmm.
But it was cool, you know. But that's probably like my least favorite characters. The,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm
and
gonna.
then the older guy, I'm sorry, I want
Okay.
to like him too, but I don't know. I want to like him, but I don't know. It's something like, like what's going on here?
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like he's playing the game in a way. It's like a weird way, right? It's like he's trying too hard. Maybe that's what it is. I think it feels like he comes off as he's like trying so hard. Like, yeah, I'm gonna show, like only, like he decided after the fact to start showing Britney's personality, right? Like, and it's like,
mhm.
well, you only did that because now you're at the bottom, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm confused. So
Yeah, and it's just like, it's also like, haven't you guys seen the previous seasons of this show? Like, I know y'all seen some of the seasons of the show, so it's really shocking to me that he didn't have notes. You know, like I didn't really
yeah,
have any notes. Like he didn't ask her any questions that would make you really believe that it was really Brittany on the other side of the screen. And I thought that he's dropping the ball on that. And,
yeah.
and I just think that everybody should be aware now that when you kick out like the first couple of people, even if it's the first round, somebody's coming back. So I
Right.
don't. I'm also interested to see like how it develops further as it goes along, because I'm like, at this point you should know somebody is coming back into the game, and why isn't it strategic, like a strategic play to be like, I'm going to instantly, when we get a new person, they need to be out. Like, why
Hmm.
hasn't anybody played that way yet?
That's something that I was thinking about too, because what I thought of was when there was a question where, oh dang, who was it? I feel like there was a question being asked. Damn. it was something that came up, right? And it's weird because it's like this has happened in previous seasons, and I'm thinking to myself, like, nobody caught that. Like, why if you see something happening would it not, like, oh, the whole thing with Brittany reaching out to Raven, like during the last, the I guess what would be technically like the second um ratings, you knew you ranked last, so that's the only reason why you're reaching out. But to me it was weird to see Raven's response, like, oh, I'm heartfelt, not saying that what Brittany shared wasn't legit, but it was just like, but why I'm here, like, that I'm in the bottom and I'm here to play this game, so why is this even a, like, when her and Chaz went to the hangout, it's like, why is this even up for discussion? Like, Brittany hasn't shown anything of herself. It hasn't really been anything that she's done in the group that made you say, I should keep her. So why is this being so hard right now? So it's weird to me. And another thing that happens every season is we have the guys chat and then we have the
Alliance.
girls chat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's kind of getting old. It's old in that sense of always having the guy alliance or the girl alliance. Like, it's just like, yeah, I want to see something a little bit different as far as that. Put me on the next season because I'm gonna be strategic. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna know it's gonna be somebody coming back, and they're gonna be the first person to have to leave.
Get out to get out of here.
Yeah, to get out. But yeah, I feel like they can, they can stand to switch it up a little bit. Or I just feel like, yeah, like it needs to be kind of survival of the fittest style a little bit. Like, oh, we know somebody's coming in, let's get them out. Or yeah, it's not a lot of loyalty amongst the players that are already there, I guess, because now they're only on the second. They were only on the second round when Jennifer ends, and Jennifer, I think, couldn't be voted out.
Right, she couldn't be voted out, but yeah, she couldn't be voted out. So that was one of the things. I thought that it was going to be crazy that, of course, whenever you start playing anonymous games and things of that nature, right? Because I think they played like Truth or Dare. They played the anonymous game. They made up each other's dating profile. You know what I mean? It's a lot of. It was a lot of shady, janky stuff happening up under them profiles. You know what I mean? But I noticed that there were a few people, Sam and Raven both had like shady profiles, but they took that, like, they let that roll off their back, which I think was super dope, without like coming at in the chat and being like, whoever you are, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think the personalities that they have this season actually are really good. And so I'm excited to see what they have for us the next 4 episodes. But for me, I'm kind of leaning towards Chaz winning just because he seems to be the most strategic out of the bunch. He seems to be like, he knows how to play the game very, very well. And I think that even though people are still trying to like rank him last, like it just hasn't been working in their favor, because at this point, Raven and Chaz have been the influencers 2 times in a row now.
Right. I mean, I'm still team Raven till the end. And then if Raven isn't the number 1, then, Chaz will be my number 2. But I'm definitely team Raven. Her intuitive, like her intuition is very strong and very high. And it just made me think about how perception plays a part in, like, when you don't have like all 5 of your senses, like certain the other ones peak, the ones that you do still have. And so it just made me think about even the way she was responding, and the way, like, because a lot of times we say your body language says it all, and she's very expressive, like in her body language, and she conveys well through messages too. Like, even like you said, why was it hard for her to choose Brittany? I don't think it was hard in a sense, but I think that Raven knows how to play the game also to the audience, if that makes sense.
Oh no, like I get that.
She plays the game to, other people within the game that she's already playing, but then she plays it to the audience in a sense where it makes her more likable. Like, if she was just like, oh yeah, right, you're coming in my room, just da da da, it might not make people as drawn to her character as they are now. So I think that's something to also, you know,
Right.
look at.
Well, two of the firecrackers we have here are Marvin and Sam. Because Marvin is a character, boy. He ain't had a shirt on since the damn circle came out. Like all 4 episodes at this point, I feel like he's been shirtless. I mean, I ain't
Yeah.
complaining. I ain't complaining. You know what I mean? The
And
12
he's
pack
been
is given.
working and stuff.
Yeah,
He's
he's been having a ball. And Sam, right? Because Sam, like I said, she's from Brooklyn. So, but one thing I did like was there was a conversation that I think Sam had with Marvin. Yeah, because he ranked her, or he said that he would have voted her out. And he said, it just seemed like your pictures were heavily filtered. Like your profile just seemed a little fake. So I kind of thought I'm like, is this girl even real kind of situation? And so the both of them, I think, bring a lot to the show as well. The personality that they give. Marvin is extremely funny. I love when he's trying to say words. Like he was like, "Is that cookie?" And then he's like, "Coochie," and I'm just like over here cracking up because I'm like, "Yo, this man he's having the time of his life right now." And of course, Sam and her big ass slippers, that she's been walking around the house in. It's been funny. So I like both of them. As well. For me, the top 4 definitely Raven, Chaz, Marvin, and Sam, because I like the person. And Tom. Tom is really cool. His funny pickup lines may not be as great pickup lines, but they definitely are funny.
Right. I mean, I like Marvin too, but I think I would like him more if he dived deeper into his Nigerian bag. Like, we could already tell that you're not born in America. Like, you were born in Nigeria. So the accent is heavily thick. And so when he does try to say certain things or talk to, people within the chat, sometimes it comes off disingenuous because he doesn't know how to really I wouldn't say he doesn't know how to, but just like when he was talking to one of the guys in the chat, he was just like, bro. You know what I mean? It was like, because that's not his first language. And so even if he was speaking broken English, but I think it would have a fun vibe to it if he's like, because you just imagine you just using the Nigerian lingo I feel like that's what this is for. They created this season for the diversity. So don't go in there. I feel like it would have gave him a little more of an edge too, because sometimes, people are saying things in the chat. He's like, wait a minute, show me that lingo, teach me that. You know what I mean? And so he can dive more into that. I feel like that would make him more likable and it'll make it seem like he's more authentic.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I definitely think that he could just be more authentically himself. And I think as time goes by, he gets more comfortable. Hopefully he's not voted out anytime soon, that he'll have the opportunity to showcase himself. But so far with these 4 episodes, they've really they've shown some things. Of course, like I said, Brett and Xanthi are still upset because Raven and Chaz voted them out the first go round. So now they're back playing as Jennifer. Tom is here, Sam, Brittany, but as we see, I believe Brittany was the last person to get blocked. We haven't seen, I'm sure that they will show us his farewell video come season episode 5. But right now, so far, the first 4 episodes have been actually, I think, better than the last season. I just think that's totally due to the fact that they have a very different type of crew this go round. So I really like all the personalities, the diversity, whether you're heterosexual, homosexual, whether you're deaf, or you're the cowboy white boy, all these things. Like, they really just did a really good job at selecting. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the season holds. And so yeah, so right now you voted for Raven. Your vote is for Raven to win, and my vote is for Chaz. So let us know who you want to win. Let us know in the comments how you feel about the characters so far that they have. What are you looking forward to? What do you want to see? And yeah, let us know. We will be back with episodes 5 through 8. So you can come in here and chat with us and let us know your thoughts. All right. So until next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.